Hi, I'm Karthik, and I do have more than 5 years of experience in data engineering. Most recently at Accenture on a healthcare client project for Ohio Health, I built and maintained ETL pipelines for moving clinical and operational data into Snowflake. And I also own data quality, which helped me cut production incidents by 60%. Before that, I spent around 3.5 years in Infosys like as a data platforms engineer, where I was building pipelines from legacy systems like Oracle and SQL Server into centralized warehouses, and later migrating a lot of stuff into Snowflake and Databricks. So speaking about the programming languages, I would say like Python and SQL are like where I will be spending most of my time. And I would call myself strong in both of those. And SQL is like one of my preferable languages, especially things like advanced querying, window functions, and performance tuning. I use Python daily with PySpark, Boto 3, and ETL for scripting and automation. And sometimes I also use Bash for scripting. And I also have working knowledge in Scala and Spark architectures. So, speaking about my master's project, I worked on a project where I was analyzing column conservation data, and I focused specifically on data engineering and pipeline side, where I combined the public data sets with the clinical data, which meant a lot of schema reconciliation and handling missing values, since these two sources rarely line up in structure. And I would say that's actually a common challenge with clinical data, since the fields are inconsistent and anonymization also differs. And there were some missing errors, and we handled them carefully. And finally, I ended up building a working pipeline that reliably transformed and loaded data into a model ready structure for the analysis. So, speaking about why I will be a good candidate for this role, I have done this work across different organizations and different environments, from enterprise consulting at Infosys and Accenture to hands-on teaching at ASA. So, I'm also used to explaining the technical work clearly, not just building in isolation. I have real depth in modern data stack, including Snowflake, DBT, Databricks, and which is also backed by my AWS certification. And I've consistently delivered measurable results, including a 60% reduction in and 40 to 45% improvement across different roles. I'm not just familiar with these tools, I also used them to solve real world problems under real constraints.